American Airlines took the decision not to return to a number of seasonal summer destinations in Europe this year. Instead, it focused on deploying its widebodies into the domestic market. Speaking with Simple Flying, American Airlines Chief Revenue Officer Vasu explained why this was such a great decision. Let's find out why. The widebodies that American Airlines would usually have been flying to Europe and to other long-haul destinations had a very different mission this summer. While the airline maintained its connections to some major points in the international market, many of its widebody aircraft were instead deployed on domestic routes. This gave the airline higher gauge while international travel remained tricky. This strategy saw American not making a return to several seasonal summer destinations, Croatia, Hungary, Poland, for example, even though many of its competitors did. Nevertheless, Vasu, American Airlines Chief Revenue Officer, believes it was a good choice, telling Simple Flying,
"For this summer, no, we didn't do things like Croatia or any number of things, and we debated it a lot. But major credit to our network planning team, who kind of stood by the decision that they made, which was to go and take those wide bodies and deploy them into short haul. And as we went and looked back at it, that was probably one of the best decisions that we had made."
For American, moving its widebodies onto domestic services saw its profitability soar. In the second quarter of the year, it was operating almost as many domestic widebody flights as its competitors were operating internationally. The validation came when the airline compared its revenue per available seat mile, or RASM, with its competitors.
And as we looked at everybody's kind of Q2 results, our wide bodies in short haul were flying at, let's call it 75 to 80% of the utilization that many of our competitors flew their wide bodies in international. But as we looked at it, the RASM we were generating was 200 to 300% of what they were generating on their long haul services. And indeed, we were filling those airplanes filled with customers. Those just turned out to be really, really great decisions. So there is a world where in our system, having bigger gauge airplanes is absolutely of paramount importance for us.
American Airlines has historically allowed a proportion of its long-haul operations to be fairly experimental. The airline would take aircraft like the Boeing 767 or the 757 and fly it into smaller markets in Europe for the peak summer season. During the winter, they could point them to the Caribbean or bolster domestic services. It was a model that worked well for those old, inexpensive aircraft. But the pandemic saw American wave goodbye to these cheap aircraft. The 767, 757 and older A330s are all either out or well on their way out, and that could change the way American plans its international operations in the future.
The way we really envision this thing our international system coming back, is we want to have wide bodies that can go work hard through the year, that are going to get much better utilization on the new airframes that we have and deploy them really wisely.
American is thinking hard about its passenger experience too. With the inconsistencies of the cabin products on these older airframes now gone, it has an opportunity to really consider if the configuration is right for the market it wants to serve. Raja noted that with the range of airframes it'll have at its disposal in the coming years, it'll have even more chances to get this balance right. Peak season Europe might be served by a widebody, but when the demand drops off, aircraft like the A321XLR can pick up the slack, letting the widebody be redeployed into stronger markets like South America. Overall, the pandemic has reshaped American Airlines forever, while also giving it a chance to hit reset on the way it was doing things. Many retired jets were not AA's choice of planes, having been acquired through mergers with other airlines. Now it has the opportunity to thoughtfully and deliberately rebuild its international network in a way that'll be better for the airline and its customers. Did you fly on an American Airlines widebody domestically in the past year? Let us know in the comments. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go.